You're a server, show up. You're an engineer, show up. You're in tech, show up. You're in healthcare, show up. Like, let's go, right? The barrier to entry is just mentality. Mentality is, I know I want to get better. I don't know how to get better. I'm willing to be educated and I'm willing to take action. So those things are difficult. Ego is challenging, right? Especially in this world, is that it's very difficult to admit, I don't know. As soon as we can get over that, we're done. We've on it. I would share most clients walk in with mistakes they can identify. It's actually easier if they walk in having already made mistakes. It's actually easier if they can walk in doing that because they then know I could have been better. Here are points in my life I could have made better decisions. And so the faster that they can make a mistake and the faster that they can realize I could have been better, the better off that they're going to be long term. So most clients walk in, they're successful individuals, they're successful families, but they go, I could have been better here and I want to make sure I do it right every day moving forward. That's who walks in.
I guess that leads to a question of like, is it typically somebody who is coming in knowing that they need help? Or is it somebody who comes from money and just knows the value and the benefits of all of this? And then they're like, great, like this is the next step. I got a great job and I'm here to see a financial advisor because everybody in my family does. And it's led everybody to success. Like, who do you see more often, even if it's a mix?
So it's certainly a mix. Most often right now, it's I've made a mistake and I've got to get better. I want to be better. That's most often is I know I could be better. So that's most often. So most often somebody will walk in, they're somewhere between 30 and 50 years old. They've got goals that they want to achieve. They've got 2.2 kids and a white picket fence, right? And they're going, how can I be as best as possible? I've got so many things coming at me over the course of the next couple of years. I've got to be really efficient before I run this gauntlet. How can I do that as best as possible? And that could be, I've got kids going to college. I've got a second home I want to buy. I've got a tax bill that's through the roof. I've got whatever that problem is, if they're going to walk in that we want to have a chance and fix, let's do so. Most people will walk in having an objective that they want to have a chance at achieve. With that being said, their kids are walking in every day right now. And they are walking in because their parents are going, you have to come in. You've got to start this. Not you have to out of you must, but out of love, out of caring for you. Is that any time somebody walks in before 30 years old, somebody told them or really encouraged them or cared enough to encourage them to come in. Under 30, they're not usually coming in on their own. They're coming in because they've seen the impact that it's made on somebody else.
It's not sexy, right? Like, Steve thinks that's sexy.
Not only is it not sexy, but you haven't made any mistakes yet. Mistakes are our best learning tool. They're the best thing that we learn from. So the example that I give is why did I give my parents such a hard time in my teenage years? Why are teenagers so difficult? Right? It's because essentially they've never made a life-altering mistake. Rarely are teenagers in general, are they making life-altering mistakes that a parent or somebody else can't figure out. Right? That's it. They haven't made a terrible mistake. And so imagine between 0 and 16, you were perfect or nearly perfect record in your life between 0 and 16. Right? Now, those who are supposedly leading you, your parents, right? These adults that you have in your life make mistakes all the time. They're always making mistakes, right? And you're 16, perfect record, nearly perfect record, no blemish. Why would you listen to somebody that's older than you? Why would you listen to these people who are just constantly making mistakes all the time, right? It's very difficult. And so if they are perfect, when they come out, when they graduate from college or they get their 18 years old and they go to work, they think, well, I've never made a mistake before. Why would I make one tomorrow? And so it's a really mature, under 30-year-old, a really mature person to walk in and say, I need help. I know I might make a mistake. I don't want to, and I want to be better than everybody else, so let's do this. That's a really unique situation. But it takes a really humble 16-year-old to take lessons, right, in real life situations. It takes a really unique 16-year-old to take a a guidance from somebody like that.